Have you ever wondered if our reality is just a simulation? This provocative question isn't just a plot twist from a science fiction movie, it's a serious scientific query that has caused ripples across the fields of philosophy, technology, and physics. The simulation hypothesis suggests that everything we perceive as reality could, in fact, be a highly sophisticated digital construct overseen by an advanced civilization. Delving into this theory, the lines between reality and simulated existence blur, making us question the very fabric of our existence. Philosophers ponder the ethical and metaphysical implications, while scientists and technologists debate the feasibility of such a reality. Could the universe, our thoughts, and everything we hold dear be, in essence, coded elements in an elaborate simulation? This isn't just about questioning the nature of reality. It's about understanding the limits and scope of human comprehension and technology. Imagine if everything you know, everything you experience is just a complex program. Where did this mind-bending idea originate? The roots of the simulation hypothesis stretch back much farther than one might initially think, deeply embedded in the philosophical soil of skepticism. Imagine a time when the candlelit thoughts of René Descartes flickered with the notion of an evil demon. Descartes proposed this malevolent spirit as a powerful entity capable of manipulating our perceptions, crafting a complete illusion of the external world. Was everything he experienced, he wondered, merely a deceitful show staged by this demon? This early form of the simulation hypothesis highlights a timeless human concern, the reliability of our perceptions and the nature of reality itself. Now, fast forward from the 17th century to a more technologically enlightened era, where these philosophical musings meet the frontiers of technological speculation. Enter Nick Bostrom, a philosopher who strides into the modern arena with a refined version of this age-old conundrum. In 2003, Bostrom presented what is now known as the simulation argument. His premise isn't about demons, but about technology. He suggests that future civilizations might have the computational prowess to run vast numbers of simulations, ones so detailed that the simulated beings themselves would be conscious and unaware they're living in a digital fabrication. Bostrom's argument hinges on three possibilities: one, that civilizations extinguish before reaching such technological capability; two, that advanced civilizations have no interest in running ancestor simulations; or three, perhaps most intriguingly, that we are almost certainly living in a simulation ourselves. This transition from philosophical skepticism to a technologically framed hypothesis has propelled the simulation argument into both academic and popular discourse. It challenges our understanding of reality in ways that Descartes could scarcely have imagined, leveraging cutting-edge technology and mathematical probability. From ancient philosophical quandaries to contemporary scientific postulations, the idea of a simulated reality has evolved, but the profound questions remain. How could an entire universe be a simulation? Imagine the vastness of space, the billions of stars, the infinite complexities of life, all existing within a colossal digital construct. It's a mind-bending idea, but if we were to entertain the possibility, let's explore what it would technically require. First off, the computational power needed would be astronomical. We're not just talking about supercomputers as we know them today, but a quantum leap beyond. The simulator would need to process an unfathomable amount of data at speeds that dwarf our fastest known systems. Every leaf fluttering in the wind, every wave crashing on the shore, every thought passing through a human mind would need to be calculated and rendered in real time. This would require a form of computing that can perhaps be best described as hypercomputing, a theoretical framework where machines operate at the limits of physical laws as we understand them. Then there's the nature of consciousness. How do you simulate a conscious mind? This isn't just about simulating a brain with its synapses and neurons firing, but replicating the subjective experience, the self-awareness, the "I think, therefore I am." This would mean creating digital consciousness that can question, understand, and interact with its environment in a way indistinguishable from natural beings. Some theorists suggest that if consciousness can be fully understood in terms of physical processes, then, in principle, it could be replicated in a computer. But how would such a simulated universe be initiated? It could start with a big bang, simulated of course. Or perhaps it would be bootstrapped in stages, complexity layering upon complexity, until a full-fledged universe emerges, complete with histories and physics that feel as real as ours. In such a scenario, everything we consider real, mountains, oceans, cities, even our own memories, could merely be bits of data in an immense cosmic program. And as we develop more sophisticated AI and virtual reality, the idea of creating smaller-scale simulations becomes increasingly plausible. The line between science fiction and potential scientific capability blurs as our technology advances. Who believes we might be living in a simulation, and why are others skeptical? In the fascinating realm of the simulation hypothesis, some of the most vocal proponents are high-profile figures from the tech world and academia. Elon Musk, the tech mogul known for SpaceX and Tesla, famously stated during a conference that he believes the odds that we are not living in a simulation are 1 in billions. Musk argues that given the rapid advancements in video game technology, which has moved from two-dimensional graphics to immersive virtual realities in just a few decades, it is plausible that a future civilization could create simulations indistinguishable from reality. Similarly, philosopher Nick Bostrom, a professor at Oxford University, has been a significant voice in this debate. Bostrom's simulation argument doesn't necessarily claim we are in a simulation, rather it presents a logical possibility that we might be. His trilemma posits that either human civilizations will go extinct before being able to run many simulations, no civilization is interested in running simulations, or we are almost certainly in a simulation. His hypothesis hinges on the advancement of computational power, suggesting that if it's possible to simulate consciousness, then statistically, we are more likely to be among the simulated than the real. Contrasting these views are several robust criticisms. Technologically, critics argue that the computational power required to simulate an entire universe, down to the quantum level, is unimaginably vast, far beyond our current or projected capabilities. Philosophically, critics like David Chalmers question the nature of consciousness in a simulation. Chalmers suggests that if we were in a simulation, it doesn't necessarily mean our experiences aren't real. Our perceptions, feelings, and consciousness could still be genuine, just realized in a different substrate than biological neurons. Moreover, the notion of simulating every aspect of the universe, including the vast number of interactions at the atomic and subatomic levels, presents a monumental challenge that critics believe is insurmountable with any foreseeable technology. The debate is polarized, with compelling arguments on both sides shaping a fascinating discourse. What if it's true? What does that mean for us? Imagine for a moment that we are indeed living in a simulation. This idea isn't just a sci-fi plot twist, it's a genuine scientific hypothesis that raises profound questions about our existence. The implications of this could be as unsettling as they are fascinating. First, let's talk about our perception of reality. If we are in a simulation, everything we understand about the universe, from the laws of physics to the sensation of sunlight on our skin, might be crafted codes and algorithms designed by an advanced civilization. This realization could shift our trust in the natural world, making us question the authenticity of every experience and every piece of knowledge we hold dear. Then there's the issue of morality. In a simulated world, the concepts of right and wrong could undergo a radical transformation. If our actions are merely variables in a pre-designed scenario, does that absolve us of responsibility for our choices? Or perhaps it might compel us to live with even greater ethical rigor, knowing that our behaviors could be under observation by our creators or whoever runs the simulation. Purpose, too, becomes a complex puzzle. If our existence is part of a simulation, are we merely characters in a narrative written by an unseen author? This could lead some to existential despair, feeling like nothing more than puppets in an elaborate show. However, it could also inspire a liberating sense of possibility, pushing us to live our lives with intention and imagination, crafting our own meaning within the parameters set by the simulation. How might this knowledge affect our day-to-day life and long-term future planning? It could influence everything from scientific research to philosophical inquiry. Scientists might begin to search for ways to interact with the underlying code of our universe, while philosophers and theologians reconfigure ancient doctrines to accommodate this modern revelation. The potential truth of our reality, being a simulation, brings not just scientific, but existential questions to the forefront. As we ponder our place within this possible digital construct, we are invited to explore not just what it means to be human, but what it means to be at all. So, is our universe a grand simulation? Throughout our exploration, we've delved into the intriguing origins of the simulation hypothesis, tracing back to philosophical and scientific musings that ponder our reality's very fabric. We've uncovered how such a simulation might technically operate, relying on advanced algorithms and computing power that dwarf our current capabilities. We've listened to the voices of both proponents and critics of this theory. Proponents weave tales of digital realities, suggesting that our perceptions and experiences might be mere data in an elaborate cosmic program. Critics, however, caution against overstepping scientific boundaries, pointing to the lack of tangible evidence and the risks of dismissing the physical world we reliably measure. The implications of the simulation theory stretch far and wide, influencing thoughts on consciousness, ethics, and the future of humanity itself. It challenges us to reconsider what we accept as real, and encourages a profound reflection on our place within the cosmos. Whether fact or fiction, the simulation hypothesis invites us to look beyond the apparent and question the very nature of existence itself.